Good morning, students, and welcome to our online classes on informatics practices database concept. In our last class, we have discussed about different theoretical concepts of database management system, RDBMS, different types of keys, and in our today's class, we'll be doing SQL programming. We'll be learning how to create a database, how to drop a database, how to create a table, how to do different modifications in a table, how to display data in a table from a table, how to retrieve data from a table, and also how to update a table. So different programming parts of SQL, structured query language, will be discussed in today's class. So please watch this video, and if you have any doubt after watching this video, please get back to us. All of your doubts, queries will be solved. Thank you very much. So today we'll be discussing different SQL commands. Theoretical concept of database, DBMS, we have already done. Now we'll be doing different SQL commands. Okay, so first we'll be using a online MySQL editor here, though we can use offline editors also, but online editor also will be working same as offline editor, only slight differences are there, so we are using an online editor here. So first we'll be learning how to create a database, and then we'll be learning how to use it, and then how to drop the database. So let's start our code. So this is the online editor that we are using. So how to use it? Okay. So as you can see, we'll be just using MySQL editor from here. We'll write create database. I am using my name, initial of my name. So I am creating create database PS, and before that we are just printing, before creating the database we are just writing show databases. So it will print all the databases that are there in the system. So let's run it. We'll just see. So it's showing the databases. This is information schema, MySQL, performance schema, sys, and test. These are the databases that are there before creating this PS database. Then we have created create database PS, and now we are just printing again show databases. Okay, so here we are just deleting the first command so that confusion will not be there. So it is just like this. We'll run it and we'll get information schema. As you can see, PS has been added here. So PS has been added, so we have created a new database PS. So this is how a database can be used, can be created. So after creating this database, now we'll be just dropping this database. How to erase or drop a database? So we'll just write drop database PS, and again we'll do show databases just to see whether this database has been removed from the system or not. So here we are doing it. As you can see, when we are running, it's showing information schema, MySQL, performance schema, sys, and test. So PS database is not there. So PS database has been removed from the system. So this is how we can create a database and how we can remove a database from the system. So after creating and removing database, now we'll be creating table. How to create table? First, let's see the PPT once again. Here, creating table, the syntax is create table, table name, call one, that is the first attribute, call1 space data type space size, call2 space data type space size, call3 data type size. Like this we'll be creating the table. Here call1, call2, call3 are the attributes of the table. So we'll just do it here. Create table. I'm creating the table with the name student. The first attribute I am giving ID, the data type is integer, and I am giving some additional information also that also can be added, like I want this to be the primary key. We already know what is primary key, we are just writing it primary key. And then next attribute we are creating name space varchar, because name of a person should be a string, so we are using varchar data type here. Name varchar, then we are giving DOB, date of birth, the data type of date of birth we are providing date. So this is how we have created the table. After creating the table, we want to see the basic structure of the table. We want to describe the table. So we are using DESC, and then the table name is student. So we are just running it. So when we are running it, we'll get this information: ID, name, and date of birth. So these are the three ID attributes that has been created here: ID, name, and date of birth. Okay, so create table. The table has been created, and then we are describing the table. Now here we will be discussing what procedure is to be used if we want to add a new column to an existing table. So here we will be using a particular query that is called alter. Alter command we will be using. Whenever we are using the word table in this command, that means it's a TDL command. So we will be working with the basic structure of the table. So we are just writing alter table followed by table name, alter table student, then add, then we'll write the name of the attribute that we want to create. Like I want to create city, followed by the data type of the city. So city, the data type will be varchar, because it's a string type of variable, it will be obviously. So we have created another row, sorry, we have created another column here. So let's create another column here, because we will be deleting it later. So we are writing alter table student, add registration number in. So we have created two tables, two columns. Let's do DESC student. So the previous DESC student I am removing from here, and let's run. As you can see, we have got ID, name, DOB, city, and registration number. That means after creating the table, we created the table with 3 attributes, and then we have created 2 more attributes. So this is how we'll be creating an additional column to our already existing table. And now we are going to remove one of these column from this table. So we'll be just writing again alter table. This is also a DDL. Just drop and alter table. We have to write the table name, alter table student, then drop followed by the column name. We want to remove registration number, so it is followed by column name. So again, let's run. We'll see after running, ID, name, DOB, and city, registration number have been removed. So this is how a column will be removed from a particular already existing table. Okay, and now we are done with the columns. Now we'll be creating rows. Let's create row, and before creating the row, let's change the table a bit. Let's add city here, city, and we are writing varchar. We have added city. Here what we will do, for inserting values, inserting rows, what we do is insert into table name is student, values. Then sequentially from left to right, the values will be providing. So first we are having ID. ID is an integer, so I'm giving 101. Next is name, so I'm giving a name within single quote or double quote. So I'm giving a name Rita. And the third column is DOB, date of birth. The data type is date. So we have to provide it in this way. First, you have to provide the year, YYYY, followed by MM, followed by DD, date we are providing, and the city we are providing Kolkata. Now city is a worker, it's a string, so you have to provide it inside quote. So we have created one row in this table. Now in this particular row we have provided value for all the attribute. What will happen if we do not have the values for all the attribute? Say I do not know the value for the second row, we do not know the value name. So what is to be done? So we'll just write it insert into student. Within bracket we'll provide the name of the attributes whose value we are having. Like I am giving ID, name I don't have. So I'll not write name. So it is DOB and city. And then values, will be providing the value 102. Name we do not have, the date of birth we are providing, say it's like this, and the city is say Delhi. So we have not provided value for name. We have created two rows in two different methods. Now let's print the table. For printing, what is to be done? Select is for displaying. Select star is means that you are displaying all the columns. From followed by the table name. The table name is student. So this is how we'll be printing the values. Let's print. So as you can see, two rows are getting printed. 101 Rita, date of birth Kolkata. In the second case, 102, we have not provided value for name, so it is printing null, then date of birth and Delhi. Now it will be printing null if we do not provide value for a particular attribute. But we can set some default value also. For setting some default value, while you are creating the table, you can set it like this, like ID int primary key name worker. Here you can set default value. Default, just you need to write default. Then space within quote you will be providing the default value. So I am providing the default value no name. That means if we do not provide any value for name, it should print no name. It should not print null. So let's again run it and see. This time the first row is getting printed as usual. The second row is getting printed with the value no name. So null is being replaced by no name because we have set a default value no name while creating the table. So this is how we need to set default value, and this is how we can create a table. We can add a column to it, you can remove column from it, you can add row, you can delete rows, and you can delete rows also, like let's delete the row. No, it is delete from student where id equals to 102. Then again let's print select star from student. So this select star from student, let's remove and run. Here you can see 102, where the ID is 102, that particular row has been removed from the table. So this is how a row can be removed from a table. A row can be added to the table. Default values can be added. So these are the few very important SQL queries that we have seen with the help of practical, step-by-step practical program. In our next class, we'll be seeing some more important uh, SQL functions. So I hope this class is helpful to you. If you have any doubt, please let us know. All of your doubts will be answered. Thank you very much for watching. So students, today we'll be discussing on different SQL commands. Like in our previous class, we have already learned how to create table, how to create database, how to add rows in a table, how to remove rows from a table, how to add column in a table, how to remove column from a table, and also uh, how to set different constraints like primary key constraint and default constraint, that also we have learned. Today we'll be doing other practicing other SQL commands. We'll be learning other SQL commands, like we'll be starting with different formats of select commands. So as you can see in your screen, select command is basically used for displaying the attributes, displaying the table constraint, displaying the table data on screen. So select command, there are different formats of select command. As you can see, to see all values of a table, will be writing select star from table name. Here star means you are displaying all the column from the table. To see particular column of a table, you will be giving select column 1, column 2, that means attribute names you will be mentioning from table name. And to see the value from particular record or row, you will be adding conditions there. So let's just run this code from from an online editor. Here we are using an online editor, and one table is being shown here. The table name is movies. So when we are printing select star from movies, it's providing all the values of this table. Here star denotes all the column values are being provided. Now what if we want to select only some of the information, some of the rows, some of the tuple of the table, then we have to set condition. Like what? Select star. After select, we will be providing what are the attributes that you want to print. If you are providing star, that means you want to print all the attributes. From is a clause. After from, you will be writing the name of the table, and after that, if needed, you will be adding where clause. So we are adding where clause where the conditions will be provided. What condition we can give? We are giving one condition, year greater than 2010. That means only those movies will be shown whose release year is after 2010. So as you can see here, all of the attributes are being printed, but all of the rows, all of the tuples are not being printed. It has been modified according to our query. Like we have provided the query with a condition where year is greater than 2010. So only those movie names are being printed whose release date is after 2010. So this is one format of using your select query. Now here in the where clause, you can club more than one condition. Those conditions will be joined using and or. Like we have provided here, year greater than 2010, we can add another condition. Like I am adding another condition, length minute is greater than, say if you are giving length minute is greater than equal to 110. So let's give length minute is greater than equal to 110. So whenever we are acha length minutes s we have missed here. So it is, as you can see, your view. What is view? View is the result of a query. So after you execute a query, what you are getting on screen, that is the view. View is a temporary, imaginary table, virtual table. So select star from movies where year greater than 2010 and length minute is greater than 110. When we are clubbing these two conditions, we are getting this view. That means we can club more than one condition with the help of and or. So here so far we have used select star. That means we are not printing all of the, we are restricting in the number of rows, but we are not restricting in the number of columns. All of the columns we are printing here. Now let's modify it here. Again we have got the complete table. Now we do not want to print the complete table, we want to print only the selected attribute. So let's see, if we want to print only the selected attribute, what we need to do. We'll be doing select column 1, column 2 from table name. That means after select we have to provide the attribute names that we want to print. Like here we want to print say title of the movie. So we'll be just writing title comma, it will be separated by comma, and say we want to print the year of release. So select title year from movie. As you can see, it is getting printed in screen. So first title is getting printed, then year is getting printed. Now the whole table is not being displayed here, only the selected attribute like we have selected title and year that are getting displayed here. Now if we want, you can change the sequence of this. First you can print year and then you can print title, doesn't matter. This is pretty well possible. And you can do another thing also. When you are printing, that means in the view you can change the name of the attribute. Like I do not want to want it to be printed with the heading year. I want to print it with the heading release year. So we can write it like this, release year. So as you can see, it is getting changed. And title, I want it to be movie title. So I'll be just writing in single quote or double quote. It will be printed like this. So it will be movie title. As you can see, the view is also getting changed accordingly. So this is how you can modify the view. What is view? Once again I am repeating, it's the query of a result, result of a query. When you apply one query in a particular table, what you are getting as output, that is called the view. So these are different types of select statement, and it also has been provided in your study material, as you can see. So this is uh, printing all the columns, printing selected column, and clubbing condition like this. We'll be discussing another very important clause, that is like clause. This is pattern matching. What is pattern matching? If you want to print the movie title where the movies are starting with a particular character or ending with a particular character, or maybe having a particular character in between, that is pretty much possible with the help of SQL queries. So let's just see how we can do this. So again, we are getting back to our original table. So original table is select star from movies. So this is the original table. Now I want to see the detail of those movies that are starting with T. So what is to be done? Select star from movies where we need to find out the movies where the title is starting with a particular character. So we have to stress on the attribute title. So we'll be taking that particular attribute title and followed by like clause will be followed by single quote or double quote. Now there are different types of patterns, like percentage is used to represent any number of characters. So percentage can replace zero or any number of character, and underscore represent a single character. Okay, so let's see. We want the detail of the movies that are starting with T. So we'll just write T. After T, any number of characters can be there. So it will be percentage we'll be writing, and then we'll be just putting the semicolon. So it will show all the movies, as you can see in screen, that are starting with T. Now here title like T%, that means after T any number of character can be there. So it will show all of the movies that are starting with T. If we just change it and we want to print all of the movies that are ending with Y, so we can see this is the list of the movies that are ending with Y. So we are getting Toy Story and Monsters University. So there are two movie names that are ending with a particular character. So here we are writing like percent y. That means before y any number of characters can be there. Okay, so this is one wildcard character, that is percentage. There is another wildcard character, that is underscore. So if we want to find out the number of the detail of the movies that where the second character is O, I repeat, where the second character is O, if we want to see the list of the movies, then we'll be giving it like this: title like within quote underscore O percentage. That means underscore can replace only one character. So before O, only one character can be there. So O will be the second character, and after O, any number of characters can be there. So if you want to find out the number of the detail of the movies where the second character is O, this will be the way of representing the query. So this is like clause. There are many other important clauses, like one is this is pattern matching. Pattern matching we have already done, using like and using two wildcard character. One is percentage, another one is underscore. It can be done. Here is updating table. Before we do updating table, let's see another one, that is between clause. What is between clause? So we'll just learn it with the help of live programming. So here again we are getting back to the original table. So this is the table. If we want to do something in a range, that means you want to find out the list of the movies, so the detail of the movies that has been released from 2000 to 2010, say, or say 98 to 2000, 2005. So what you will do, select star from movies where year between 1998 and 2003. Here both of the values will be inclusive here. So you will get the detail of the movies where the release date is between 1998 and 2003. So this is between clause. Always with between clause and is to be used. And in case of between and, both the values, the first value and the second value, both will be included here. So this is what between clause is. There is another clause also, that is in clause and not in clause. So we'll be learning that also. So select star from movies where year in, we are giving a list of years. So all of the matching 2001, 2003, say. So as you can see in the screen, it's showing the detail of the movies where the release date is either 1998 or 2001 or 2003. So this is in clause. Similarly, we can just change it with not in. So it will give you all of the movies where the release date is not in 1998, 2001 and 2003. So this is how using in and not in clauses your particular this query can be used. Another very important query is update query. Okay, update table. You can update a table. So now in fact movies table is given. As you can see, how you can update table. Update means if you want to change the year or length in minute of a particular movie, you can change the value in a table. So we are just doing it update table. For example, we will start with update followed by the table name. The table name is movies. Set, and we'll write the particular attribute name whose value is to change. So we are writing year, and then we'll give the new value. Okay, so we are giving say 1996, where mm, the name, the title was Toy Story. Let's see. Okay, 1 minute. Update movies set year equals to 1996, where year equals to 1995. So we have changed it. Now let's print the table. Select star from movies. See, initially, before we execute this query, for Toy Story, the release year was 1995, but now we have changed it to 1996. So this is how, with the help of update command, we can change the data that already is stored in a particular table. So this is what update command is. So we have learned update command, and the last one that we are going to learn is delete. So delete from table name. Okay, how to delete it? We'll just see it from here. So this is the table, and we are giving the query as delete from movies where year equals to 1995, and then we are doing select star from movies. When we are just displaying it, as you can see, the first line where the year of the movie were 1995, that has been deleted from here. So this is how delete clause will work in a particular SQL query. So today we have discussed different types of SQL queries, like we have discussed select operations, we have discussed how to print all the rows, how to print selected rows, how to print selected column, how to change the name of the column that are getting printed, how to use between clause, how to use update clause, how to use in and not in clause, and finally, and also like clause, and finally we have learned how to use this delete clause. So these are the basic SQL queries that has been discussed in today's class. I hope this class has been helpful to you. If you have any doubt, please get back to us with your doubts. All of your doubts will be solved. Thank you very much for watching.